Well, thanks for coming out today. We've had a great 6 months or so. It's coming down to the last 3 days. Mike and I came out of the convention, retired Senator Bennett, and I think that was a message from Utah, that Utah is willing to make some sacrifices for the future of this country. We're going to sacrifice seniority, someone who has high seats on committee assignments, because we need this nation to move in a new direction. The voters at the convention spoke, and I believe on June 22nd, I hope to be the nominee for the Republican Party to represent Republicans in the Senate race in the fall. Those of you who haven't heard me speak before may find my voice a little raspy. It's not because I've been speaking too long, but it's a distinct voice, and KSL Nightside Project had a competition recently that said, whose Bridgewater's voice sounded most like? And they narrowed it down to 2 finalists. One was George C. Scott in Patton, which was a strong military leader perspective, which I kind of liked. The other was McGruff the Crime Dog. And McGruff the Crime Dog won out, and I agreed, actually, because that's what it sounds like. But it's going to be a voice heard in Washington, a voice of the private sector. I'm a small businessman. I've been in the business arena for 22 years. I have a proud career of building businesses, of helping entrepreneurs, of creating jobs right here in Utah, of bringing a company from Taiwan to build a factory where they create 850 jobs up at the Salt Lake International Center. I'm right now part-time CFO for a healthcare facility down in southern Utah where I have a payroll of 60 people. I know what it means to invest capital, to take risks. I understand what it means to meet a payroll. The issues today before us are crippling the private sector. The federal government is intruding in so many aspects of our lives, and they're trying to take everything from education, healthcare, housing, energy programs. They want to take control of all those things. They don't trust Americans. They don't trust states. We need to wrestle control back from the federal government and return it to the states. Today we are $13 trillion in debt and counting. America is awakening to a problem that is of monumental proportions if we do not stop the out-of-control spending. Part of my campaign theme is to stop the insanity of spending money we don't have, of borrowing from future generations, children that are not even born yet, to pay for spending today. That is unfair, it's unconscionable, and it's why a huge number of senators and congressmen will be swept out of office, likely including Jim Matheson. And I think Republicans have to step up and do that. One person at least. But I'm thrilled to run. I'm a patriot. I know Mike's a patriot. I care that we return to limited constitutional government. Today we have a government that has ignored the original intent of the Constitution. We are putting a government in place that wants to do all things and deliver all services. I'm campaigning on 5 major issues. Number 1, reforming entitlements and eradicating spending. Number 2, protecting our borders, enforcing border security, and dealing with the problem of illegal immigration. Number 3 is reform of the tax code. Number 4 is removing power back to the states. And number 5 is to ensure that we move to a fiscally sound government with a balanced budget and term limits. So I hope to win your vote on Tuesday, June 22nd.
Mr. Lee, your opening remarks.
Thanks to all of you for joining us, and thanks to those of you who put this on. This is a great event, and it's an honor for me to be here with you. And with Congressman Phil Pott. I just had to say that because I had to enjoy saying those 2 words together, Congressman and Phil Pott, without anything in between. I'm honored also to have with us here 2 prominent and very valued members of our state legislature. Representative John Dougall, who happens to be my state legislator, and also Senator Margaret Payton. These are 2 patriots who represent us well in our state legislature, who understand the distinction between federal power and state power, who understand the proper role of government in general, and who fight for our rights and our liberties every single day that they serve us, and I'm grateful to them for that. The whole reason I'm running for the U.S. Senate has a lot to do with the difference between state power and federal power. It's a difference that Congress has long ago forgotten about. It's ignored the difference because it's been an inconvenient truth, you might say. Members of Congress have, since about 1942, stopped reading the Constitution to look to the limitations placed in that document. Limitations that were put there deliberately in order to make sure that our rights, our liberties, our property would be safeguarded. Our founding fathers understood what we have come to understand again today, which is that national governments become tyrants. They become too powerful. They become too greedy, too unwilling to respect our property rights and our liberty rights, the more powerful they get. That was the whole reason why we broke away from Great Britain. It's the whole reason why we don't speak with a British accent today. It's the whole reason why we don't sing God Save the Queen. Because we understood way back then what we still understand today, which is that national governments will become tyrants if we let them. That's why we established the Constitution, which put the federal government in charge of just a few things, only a few things. National defense, immigration, regulating interstate and foreign trade, and just a few others. The federal government doesn't have the power to be our health insurer of first and last resort, our lender of first and last resort, our financier, our nanny. It doesn't have the power to do most of what costs the most money that it does today. And yet we continue to tolerate it because the Supreme Court of the United States has continued to fulfill it. We, the voters, know better. We, the voters, have started reading the Constitution again. We, the voters, understand that Congress can't be all things to all people and that bad things happen when Congress tries. That's why I pledge to you as your U.S. Senator, the centerpiece of my plan, never to vote for a single bill that I can't reconcile with the text and history of the Constitution. To put forward and oversee the passage of a balanced budget, to reform the tax system to a single payer rate that everyone can understand and everyone can pay, to secure our borders, and to reverse the magnetic pull that keeps bringing illegal aliens into this country and keeps them here once they're here. If you elect me as your U.S. Senator, I will restore constitutionally limited government, and we'll all be better off as a result. Thank you.
Good evening, gentlemen. Our first question